David Schwartz revealed 4 million Ripple XRP holders will become rich in 2022. U.S. Representative Brad Sherman recently advised the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, to go after crypto exchanges that supported Ripple's XRP token. However, in a recent interaction with Fox Business journalist Eleanor Tourette, Sherman made another claim against the token. Welcome to the Finance Up channel. If you liked this video, don't forget to like it and subscribe to the channel. Do you think the analysts are right about XRP? Write the answers in the comments. Giving away 500 XRP at the end of the week. One random subscriber will receive XRP coins. Take a look at the instructions in the comments section. All you need to do is write the word XRP, watch the video to the end, to like and subscribe. The recession and the threat of a long and painful recovery have brought down U.S. financial markets. Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, Chairman Gary Gensler could do something about it, but he doesn't seem to be paying attention to anything, let alone taking care of something. Instead, it doubles down on the distortions that in turn have distorted the market, opaque, inconsistent and arbitrary policies. Gensler Securities and Exchange Commission requires complex, confusing information about how financial assets affect the weather, develops discriminatory rules without procedure and participation, and applies regulation not by law, but arbitrarily, rejects constitutional checks and balances, resenting congressional oversight that dares to question the SEC's new orthodoxy on environmental protection, society and governance, ESG. He uses the SEC's war on cryptocurrency, claiming that every digital asset is probably a security. The SEC has not developed a clear policy regarding cryptocurrencies. Congress has not given instructions to do this and the commissioners have never voted for this position, but Gensler nevertheless urges startups to come and talk to us about registration. The agency's Freedom of Information Act, FOIA, office has flippantly rejected investors' good faith request for clarity and information. Gensler neglects Congress and the judiciary. SEC lawyers refuse to comply with court orders to provide evidence of the views of SEC leaders that are relevant to the SEC case against Ripple Labs. Justice of the Peace Sarah Net Byrne repeatedly ordered to provide documents from the infamous speech of William Hinman, the former head of the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. Her July opinion and order criticized the agency for hypocrisy and behavior that suggests that the SEC is taking its judicial positions to achieve a desired goal, and not out of loyalty to the law. The SEC's regulation by coercion model has destroyed the hope of U.S. leadership in financial innovation in cryptocurrency and opportunities for new investors. The SEC's 2-year lawsuit against Ripple has scared innovators and discredited the agency in the eyes of consumers and investors, whom it is legally supposed to protect. The increasingly overwhelming arguments of the Securities and Exchange Commission regarding the Ripple XRP digital asset have gone beyond even the broad discretion allowed by the Securities Act of 1933 or the 1946 House Supreme Court decision. The SEC's subsequent measures confirm Gensler's antipathy to tokens, which contradicts legal precedent and technological neutrality. In the SEC v. Library case, the agency entered into a case with a blockchain developer from New Hampshire. Gensler's lawyers stated, in fact, that if a person buys a token on secondary markets for speculative purposes, then each of these tokens is an investment contract in a company that the other holders may have never heard of. The rest is not important. Lawyer John Deaton, the founder of Crypto Law and the representative of the owners of XRP in court, makes a bold prediction about what may happen after the briefings on the summary judgment are made public. He stated, "When the motions for summary judgment are made public, we will see evidence that we currently do not know about, including testimony from Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse, co-founder Chris Larsen, Ripple CTO David Schwartz, and former Ripple employees. Hinman and other SEC officials, Amy Starr, Valerie S." He also added, "I predict that we will see also why it was so important that XRP holders were heard. When the summary judgment motions are public, we will see evidence we are currently unaware of, including testimony from at B. Garlinghouse, at Chris Larsen SF, at Joel Katz, and former at Ripple employees. It includes testimony from Hinman and other SEC officials, i.e. Amy Starr, Valerie S., etc. John E. Deaton, 212K followers. Beware imposters, at John Deaton 1, August 20, 2022. According to the latest updated schedule shared by James K. Phelan, the remaining months of 2022 may be a key moment in the trial, based on upcoming decisions and petitions to be filed. It is expected that petitions for a summary judgment will be received by September 13. Objections are expected by October 18, and responses to any objections must be given by November 15, before Judge Torres makes a final decision. Phelan predicts that Judge Torres' decision on expert petitions in a summary judgment may be made by March 31, 2023. Lawyer John Deaton accuses SEC Gary Gensler of gross abuse of authority in his war with cryptocurrency. John Deaton, the founder of Crypto Law, criticized the excessive reach of the SEC in an article published on Fox Business. According to Deaton, Gary Gensler, chairman of the Securities and Exchange Commission, aggressively sought to expand the agency's powers beyond what is permitted by law. Highly recommended reading 1 at John E. Deaton 1's article succinctly articulates the harm SEC chair at Gary Gensler continues to do perpetuate towards crypto. The SEC harms investors and creates disorderly markets by not providing regulatory clarity. https://t:// Vidra 1 TJJOB. Moonchaser, at Moonchaser 2020, August 21, 2022. He cited how, with the exception of congressional action, the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, CFTC, the main regulator of investments that are not considered traditional securities, has primary responsibility for regulating digital assets. This may mean that the SEC has limited jurisdiction over the cryptocurrency industry. In 1946, the Supreme Court issued its famous Howey criteria ruling, which laid out a four-part test to determine what qualifies as an investment contract. Deaton continued by stating that after Howey, Congress was unable to pass any new legislation that would directly regulate cryptocurrencies. This should mean that Congress intends to make the CFTC the de facto regulator of the cryptocurrency industry. He alleges that Gary Gensler, chairman of the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, used this perceived lack of clarity to launch a campaign of regulation by enforcement that pushed Howey to the limit. In December 2020, the Ripple case was initiated by Jay Clayton on the last day of his tenure as chairman of the SEC. The Securities and Exchange Commission has filed charges against Ripple executives for allegedly selling XRP in a way that could qualify as a Howey security, since the proceeds, according to the Securities and Exchange Commission, were partially used to support the growth of Ripple's business. As a result, they were required to disclose information about these sales to investors, as a public business would do. John Deaton previously noted on Twitter that XRP is by far the most important altcoin in the cryptocurrency market as a result of the SEC's actions against him. He pointed out that if Ripple Labs loses the case, it could be dangerous for all other cryptocurrencies, as the SEC could mark them as unregistered securities. The current price of XRP for today you can see yourself on the screens, and the trading volume for 24 hours is $1,294,436,065 US. We are updating our XRP price in US dollars in real time. XRP has dropped 4.08% in the last 24 hours. Do you think XRP will be able to win the court and restore its former price? Write the answers in the comments. That's it for today. Thank you for watching this video to the end. If you liked it, then don't forget to like it and subscribe to the channel.